Alright guys, as many of you know, my F-75 was stolen here a few weeks ago, and I decided to try the Fisher F19 this time. Never used the machine, but I'm excited to try it out and let y'all know how it works. I'm going to show you a couple of the things that really stuck out to me about the machine. If you look right here, one of the things that I like, you see it says ground balances all the way to salt. The reason that sticks out to me is because here in 2 weeks we're going to be on the Florida coast. We're going to be trying this bad boy out on the beach. So that was one of the things that stuck out. A couple of the other things that I like is the ultralight weight of only 2.5 pounds. So that's going to be a big deal to me, because some days you know as well as I do that you're swinging the detector for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours depending on how long you're going, and the lighter it is, the easier it is on it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and open it up and see how it looks. Let's see here. Alright, so right off the bat, I can see that I got the instruction manual over here, which I'll have to go through. The rod looks really similar. The top part of the rod looks really similar to the F-75. It's the bottom part of the rod. It looks like it's going to be really similar except for the control base. Here's your arm cuff. Your screen's all wrapped up. Let's see what else is down in here. This is something that I'm very excited about. Alright, you see this coil? This is something that I really like about it. I like it being a little bit narrower than the F-75 stock coil, because it'll make it separate a little better in the trashy areas. And here in the area where I am, it is super trashy, so that's going to make a big difference. Alright, so to keep from boring y'all, I'm going to pause out until I get this thing together, and then I'll show y'all what it looks like. Alright, got her all together, and this is what it looks like. And like I said, standout to me is that coil right there. I'm just super excited to try it out. Something that's kind of important, but not really, is I ran to the store to get a 9-volt battery, but Fisher is nice enough that they've included a nice Energizer battery in there. So we're going to go ahead and pull this tab out, and she should be good to go. And I will show y'all what it sounds like over a couple of targets. So hang on one second. Alright, before we do the target IDs, I'm going to show you how to ground balance this. And we're going to do this inside because it's like 92 degrees outside right now and the mosquitoes are out here in Alabama. So we're going to do this inside. Hopefully it won't read through that box right there. So the first step, what you have to do is you turn on your gain over here, which is your power on, to the 12 o'clock position, which is about right there. You can see the white line at 12 o'clock. We're going to let the number sequence get through, and then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into all metal mode, and we're going to set it up here on top of this box, and we're going to turn this knob up until we hear a hum. Oh, there it is. There's your slight hum. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the ground grab button right here in the middle, and we're going to pump it up and down 6 to 8 inches till that number that's in the middle is within 1 or 2. There we go, and you can see to the right that it's set at 66.8. So I'm going to flip it back out of all metal mode. There we go, and I'm going to set up a couple of targets for us to try. Alright, now that we've got everything ground balanced, we are outside where I have a test board set up. I have a mercury dime, a V-nickel, a wheat penny, and a 3-ringer bullet. So all of my neighbors are cutting grass now right now, so there'll be a little bit of a noise in the background, but you should be able to get the gist of what each one of these targets come out at on the digital readout. So let's see. Looks like it's a solid 71, 72 on the 3-ringer. Alright, we're going to move over to the wheat penny now. 82 solid. Alright, V-nickel should be around 58. Yep. Solid 58. On to the mercury dime. Solid 84. So you can see distinctly the differences in the numbers there. So I can't wait to get this thing out on the beach. We'll be at the beach here in about 2 weeks, and by then I should have all of the kinks worked out on my process of how this thing works. Alright, we step back inside to do a little bit of a menu tutorial. So I've already have it on. If you hit the menu button once, your backlight symbol comes on at the top, and you can see that I'm adjusting the levels. So it goes all the way up to 5, which is really bright, or all the way down to 0, which is what we're going to leave it at for the remainder of this tutorial. So that's your first setting. If you hit menu again, it goes to volume, which cranks all the way up to 20. I think that I'll probably be running mine around 10 if I'm not wearing headphones. So we'll leave it there. Then you have your V brake, and you can see it starts, it looks like around 8. And I didn't move it fast enough. There we go. And you can take it all the way up to 80, which I don't know why you'd want to discriminate that high, but I guess some people would if you're only going after silver. So we'll go ahead and turn that back down so I don't forget and leave it that way. And then last but not least, you have your notch width. So it's a very simple, easy to use menu. I don't think it's going to be a very big learning curve, especially after stepping back from the F75. So now the real trick's going to be how this thing really performs while we have it in the field. So y'all stay tuned for that video in the coming weeks.